These are the notes for decimal operations. Copy the wheel notes on the wheel paper and then the other notes on the blank paper. Use both sides. Write neat. This is a picture of the whole wheel. It is just there to show you what the whole thing looks like. Keep going, and each piece will be bigger, so you can copy the notes. These are the notes for mixed numbers. The hashtag sign also means the word number. A mixed number is written as a whole number and a proper fraction. A proper fraction is a fraction that is smaller on top and larger on bottom. A mixed number means you have however many wholes, like 2 in this example, and a little more. These are the notes for improper fractions. Those are the fractions that are bigger on the top and smaller on the bottom. These fractions are always greater than 1. In order to turn a mixed number into an improper fraction, you need to get mad. Mad stands for multiply, add, keep the denominator. Multiply the bottom number and the whole number, then add the top number. That becomes your new top number, and it goes over the same denominator you started with. This is the section for you to practice using models. Make sure to copy down everything so you can refer back to this for help. This section is for improper fractions so you can see how to take them apart. When the numerator and the denominator are the same, that equals 1 whole. So 4 over 4 is equal to 1 whole. This shows you that a mixed number can also be broken apart. To go from an improper fraction back to a mixed number, you can just divide. Remember that the bar in between the numerator and denominator means to divide. So you can divide the top number divided by the bottom number, and it will give you a mixed number. Just ask yourself, how many times does the bottom number go into the top number? That is your whole number. Then, how many are left over? That is your new top number. Always KEO the denominator. These are just practice problems to copy down so you can refer back to them for help if needed. They show how to break down numbers. This next set of notes are the ones that get copied onto the blank paper after the will page. Write everything down exactly as you see it, using the front and the back of the pages in your workbook. Write neatly, and draw a line between each section. This slide is for the vocabulary. Make sure you label it with the title vocabulary. Make sure you copy it down exactly as you see it. Number 1 says mixed number, a fraction with a whole number. Always equals more than 1. Number 2 says mad, steps to change a mixed number into an improper fraction. The example for mad shows the steps are multiply, add, keep the denominator. When you are done copying these down, draw a line underneath to separate this section from the next. This slide is the LEQ. Make sure you label it with the title LEQ. The LEQ is the question you should be able to answer after the unit is done. It says, how can I multiply and divide mixed numbers? How can I turn mixed numbers into improper fractions and improper fractions into mixed numbers? When you have written down the LEQ, draw a line underneath to separate it from the next section. This section is for notes. Make sure you label this section with the title notes. There are not many, but they are important, so copy them all down exactly as you see them. You cannot do any operations like multiplying or dividing when you have a mixed number. You must turn it into an improper fraction by getting mad. Then you can solve the problem. Once you have solved the problem, you then need to turn the improper fraction answer back into a mixed number. You can do this by asking how many times does the bottom number divide into the top number and how many are left over? Once you have copied down these notes, draw a line underneath to separate them from the next section. This section is for the step-by-step directions. Make sure you label this section with the title step-by-step. Copy everything down exactly as you see it. This slide talks about MAD, which stands for multiply, add, and keep the denominator. You need to multiply the denominator or bottom number by the whole number. Take that answer and add it to the numerator or top number. That answer becomes your new top number, and it goes over the same denominator. For example, if you have 3 and 4/5, you would multiply the 5 and the 3 getting 15. Then you would add that 15 to the 4 getting 19. That 19 then goes over 5, the original denominator, so your new answer is 19/5. Once you have this all written down, draw a line underneath to separate it from the next section. This section is for practicing what you just took notes on. Make sure you label this section with a title practice and copy down each problem. Make sure you also solve each problem and then draw a line underneath this section to separate it from the next. This is the last slide. It is the summary slide where you answer the LEQ. Label the slide with the title summary. You do not need to copy down the bold underlined words, but you do need to copy down the LEQ. Then answer it in a complete sentence or two, including a capital letter and punctuation. Explain how you can multiply and divide mixed numbers. Use your notes and step-by-step pages to help you.